Morning everyone. So today we're at a Ford Fiesta. We think it's a 1.25 Duratec. It's either a 1.25 or a 1.4. So it's a petrol engine. So today, one of my favourite jobs, we're going to be doing the clutch. So first job, jack it up and remove the wheels, and as ever I've got locking nuts. So remove the battery. So we've got a 10mm nut there and a 10mm nut there with this bracket. Move that to the side, then 10mm nut on the positive and the negative. Push them aside and remove the battery. And take out the battery tray, so they look like 13mm nuts. The three 13mm bolts from the base of the battery box. And you also do these T25 Torxes, and the ECU sits in there. I'll show you that. There's the ECU there. So that slips out for the side of that bracket there. That allows you access into this rusty battery tray. So it's underneath the car, and we take the cover off the front of the gearbox. Now we usually use a little hook or something like that. I remember the last time, there's that to the side. There's the hooks here. See the top there, so there's one there. That pops off. And there's another one at the side there. There's another. You can see that just splits from up there. Front of the gearbox removed with the little tabs. It goes on like that. Remove the gear linkage. You just take this little bit at the bottom. Oh, sorry, let's see. See that bit there? It turns. Roddy, how did you turn it, sir? Or is it got to go back in order to turn it? Maybe that's it locked.
That groove there, there's a wee groove right when you do it. So, maybe it does.
I think it has to go back in to turn, eh? I think that's what it is.
There it is, yeah.
Oh, is that it turning?
That's it turning. So it's
Right.
in that position, lock
Right.
position. Turn it
Turn it.
clockwise, right to the very end.
Ah, it'll be a bit stiff, eh?
Yeah, that's it.
And then that's it come out, and we just press the button, and that brings it away for that bit there, and we just used our pry bar and put that one in there. So Roddy's now got to go for it, Roddy. Let's see.
What is this cover?
Oh, he's taking out the little 8mm for the surrounds here. Roddy's a man that doesn't like battery tools, everybody. No half. So then we just need to get the top one out now, eh? Well, I've had that. Right, here we go. This is going live. This will be stiff.
This will be a stiff one.
Does it turn clockwise, Roddy?
Yeah, clockwise. Some WD-40 sometimes.
Oh, you didn't need WD-40. There it's away. There it's away, my man.
There you are.
That's it. That's it out. And we then take the cover off. And that was 8mm bolts.
8mm.
There we go. Before we take the rear engine mount off, we're starting to slacken the bolts on the box. So there's 1, 2. I'll let you get up to this one here. These are all 13mm. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's number 5. I got to number 6. So what I'm going to do now is take out the. I'll put a light on here. Take off the rear mount. So that's a wee short bolt at the top, then a long bolt, then another long bolt at the back. And plunk that down there. This should. There you go. It wiggles out. Over there. I need to get that bolt out there. The mount out. There's the bolts there. And the other thing we've done is we've loosened this carrier. See the nuts up there? 13mm nuts. Just leave that loose, and the drive shaft pops right out of that. So, there we go. There we go. That's it, Roddy.
That's it. That's it.
We ended up putting a drift just in there to open it up. Bang, bang, bang. Then hit doing it, and then it comes out, and then we can. Hopefully. Then we can pop the drive shaft out. What about a retractor? Pop the drive shaft out of there. we've popped the drive shaft and the oils just run into one of the little buckets, because this one, as you can see, is like the later version does not have a drain plug. So this is actually better to do it this way, because we feel it's cleaner, because if you run it onto the front there, that plastic casing, oh what a mess. Far better. Problematic bolt to come out, this one just right here. So easiest way to get into it is to use a 13mm spanner and just open it up, and then it comes out by hand, no problem at all. Then we've got to get the other one. It's attached to this bracket, so I think you can see it just along there. Tell you how I got in with that. That one there. I've removed this tray. It lies underneath the battery and it's held in with 1, 2, 3 10mm bolts. That's the one that goes into the wing in there. So with removing this tray, I'll show you this. I think what we can now do is just release this, is it 19, 18? Let me see. Release this 18mm bolt, and that will release the gearbox mount, and it saves us from going under, see that, these 15mm. There is a way you can do it underneath there. Take that 15mm out, and there's another 15mm at the back. It saves you from doing that step. But that's more awkward when you're over a pit. That's maybe okay when you're on the ground, so I think that will remove okay, and then it's just a matter of dropping the box. I managed to remove that bolt there, and then that other one, it goes in at the back there. Now it's a funny one. You see, there it is. There's the one that goes into the back there. It's 13mm on the top, and then it's got the earth strap, and then it's a 13mm bolt. It goes and holds the gearbox on. And the other bolt behind it, that one in there, is just a normal 13mm. So this box ready to be split. I'm just holding it with a jack and a piece of wood. The last bolt to undo is this bolt here. And if I split that now, the gearbox will just start to gap. So everything's hunky-dory. We just removed that entire drive shaft there, and we removed the other side. Now we didn't need to do that step. We could have took that drive shaft and tucked it around there, but it gives you a lot more room. So we're going to use our hoist to take this box out. What else is to do? We don't have to remove the crankshaft sensor. That remains in position. Oh, there's another thing I have to do, is remove the hydraulic pipe to the cylinder. Is that a concentric cylinder? Cap it off so we don't lose any hydraulic fluid, so I'll go and do that. I've disconnected the hydraulic pipe. It goes to the clutch cylinder, and I just use what was in the new kit to cap it, that pipe. So I'll demonstrate it on the new cylinder, how you disconnect that pipe work. There's a new concentric cylinder there, and all you do when you take that one off, you take the little pick and you push up the way. Now when I done it, it pinged into oblivion, pinged to oblivion, and that yellow bung was just right in there. So I've just used that. So we're going to replace that there, the cylinder, and a new clutch pressure plate, and the rest. So there you go. So I think we're there. There's a release bearing, and as ever, a little white grease on that. The gearbox is out, and we've changed the concentric slave cylinder. So it's 8mm bolts, 3 of them. So when you're tightening them back up, just put 2 fingers on the ratchet and pull it down, and that, it's like tightening a spark plug. Do not over tighten them. If you pop them, you're in serious trouble. So that's that one in. Now you can see on the gearbox, we'll just go up there, we have left the mount on. We didn't remove these bolts. We've managed to drop it, and just as I said, removed that 18mm bolt, and it came down no problem. So once again, there are 12 holes, or 12 bolts holding this box in. So that's the top 2 there, and there's, you can see around about the perimeter, and I think we've got them laid out here. There's a 6 going from this side, from the flywheel side going in that way, and 6, well there's 4, but I also got the 2 up on the windscreen. 6 go in from the gearbox side going in this way. So the flywheel looks fine, and what you always do is check that shaft for any movement, and that's good. So our diagnosis was correct, it is indeed the clutch, and as soon as we broke the box you could smell burning. So I'll let you see the clutch plate, all the burning round about, but Roddy was saying that the flywheel side takes less punishment than the other side. So if you turn it round, look at the state of that. So it's right down to the rivets. See, there you go. It's the clutch is right down to the rivets. So indeed, that is a problem. So whether it's been driver error, or just a bad clutch, or just age, I don't know. What you think, Roddy? Age. Just age. It's like myself. It's just an age problem. So there you go. New clutch going in. That is the new clutch pressure plate, and we've set it up using this little £10 draper tool. And well, there's a badge for our old friend Dave Sterrell. Dave came to visit us a few weeks ago. So you centre that, and so when it goes on, you pop the perimeter bolts in. They're 10mm bolts, but make sure you tighten them up evenly. You can tighten it. No. Oh, that's right. That's right. You check the gap round the outside of the clutch just to see it say centre the plate, and then tighten it up as you go along. Like do this side, then that side, but gingerly. Just take your time, light pressure, and then hopefully your box just pops back in. So is that all you're seeing this other side? You had that there. Oh, that's right. So you look round the perimeter. Alright, so it's a good gap. So that gives you a guide. But that's been a great tool, that, hasn't it? Aye.
It looks good.
Looks, and that's it. So we're just going to pop this back onto the flywheel, tighten it up, and then time for the box to go back in.